Welcome back to the Law Stash channel. My name is Anton Vielton and I'm a criminal defense attorney in the Southern District of California. You're now watching the fourth video in a 5-part series dealing with vehicular searches without a warrant. As a reminder, the Fourth Amendment protects you against unreasonable searches and seizures. What does that mean? It means that officers, generally speaking, need to get a warrant before they can search you or your property. Now, over the years, the Supreme Court has enumerated a number of exceptions to the warrant requirement under the Fourth Amendment. In the first video, we've dealt with consent. And I'm reminding you again, never consent to searches. In the second video, we've dealt with searches incident to a lawful arrest. In the third one, it was the automobile exception that we've discussed in general concepts. And now, here we are in the fourth video dealing with vehicular searches without a warrant, and namely inventory searches. So let's get to it and let's discuss this concept. Here we are dealing with inventory searches. Now, I will start by telling you that it is my least favorite exception to the warrant requirement. Not that I like the other ones, but here especially, I think the police often misuse this exception to find new evidence of new crimes against my client. Now, there is a number of reasons why your automobile can get into police custody. It could be that you were part of an accident and now your vehicle is disabled in the middle of the street. It could be that you've committed a traffic violation or some other crime and now the police has to impound your vehicle. Or it could be that your vehicle is simply illegally parked on the side of the street where you shouldn't be parking. Whatever reason it is, the police now has custody of your vehicle. And the question is, what can they search inside under the inventory searches exception? Now, in South Dakota versus Opperman, a Supreme Court case, the Supreme Court has given us 3 justifications or 3 purposes for inventory searches. I think I have some viewers from South Dakota. I've never been there, but I'd like to visit. But that's not the point of this video. Let's go ahead and talk about these justifications. The first one is to protect owner's property while in police custody, meaning that you want to make sure that your vehicle is safe. And so it is being impounded into the lot. The second one is to protect law enforcement against claims or disputes over lost or stolen property. Of course, you wouldn't want your property to be lost or stolen. And it protects them against those lawsuits that, hey, my vehicle is gone or whatever valuables inside are gone now. But really, the question is, if only the police has access to your vehicle, why would anything be stolen from that vehicle? The third justification is to protect law enforcement from potential dangers located within the property. For example, bombs or something else. We don't want the bombs coming into the impound and somebody can get hurt. And for that reason, we also have inventory searches. Now, under Opperman, we have 2 requirements in order for the inventory search to be valid. The first one is that your vehicle has to be lawfully impounded. And the second one is that it has to be conducted in accordance with a standardized inventory policy aimed at accomplishing these 3 justifications, meaning that the Supreme Court specifically told the police that this shouldn't be a general search for more evidence of a crime or a new search to find new evidence of some new crime. That's not the point of inventory searches. But we know that it does happen. The Supreme Court said that the absence of a discretion to the police officer in what he's looking for. Remember, under inventory searches, we're not dealing with reasonable suspicion, we're not dealing with probable cause. So technically speaking, the police officer doesn't have any discretion in what he's looking for. He should be simply enumerating all the items in the vehicle under a standard policy. And because he doesn't have discretion to look everywhere, it's supposed to not be used for discovering new evidence of the crime. But like I said, it does happen. Then let's move on to the scope, meaning where can the police look? And it is anywhere reasonably necessary to discover valuables or items for safekeeping. And over the years, the Supreme Court said passenger compartments is okay, trunk is okay, containers, locked or unlocked, is okay to search. But again, we have a lot of questions. If the container is locked, why would you want the police to open it to inventory the items inside? Can't you just inventory the box and say, hey, here's the box, we don't know what's inside, but that's good enough. So then when you come back after the case is over to reclaim your property, all you're gonna get back is that box. Well, this is the scope. Again, reasonably necessary, meaning that he can look everywhere. But the Supreme Court said that there's some places that he shouldn't be looking at. For example, he can't take off the doors, the panels, to look inside for drugs. That's not the point of inventory searches. So hopefully you now understand how inventory searches work. There's a lot of cases out there dealing with inventory searches. But here's the lesson. Here's what I need you to understand from inventory searches. Just like with consent, don't ever consent to searches. Same with inventory searches. I will tell you, keep the least amount of items in your vehicle. I know that there's a lot of this thinking going on that if I haven't committed a crime, who cares what I keep? There's nothing to hide. Well, if you're a handyman and you're driving with hammers and saws, can the police later claim that these are burglary tools? Think about it. So don't keep items you don't need in your vehicle. How do lawyers usually use this inventory searches? How do the defense attorneys use it to our advantage? Well, here's what we usually claim. We usually look at the policy. I had a viewer a long time ago comment on one of my videos saying, why do we need searches incident to arrest or automobile searches? Why do we need those exceptions when this inventory search seems to cover it? Well, the answer is we have to look at the standardized policy. There's a case that I've covered before where the police were not allowed to impound the vehicle from private lots. So for example, if you're driving and you turn into a plaza or some other area that's private, and if the police, their own policy tells the officer he's not supposed to impound the vehicle, well, that's gonna be an illegal search. Another example I can think of is if you have another person in your vehicle, another person who could be a driver of that vehicle, meaning that the passenger is not being arrested and he can just take possession of the vehicle. If your local police department has a policy that if there is another driver there available, they need to give it to that person, again, if they decided not to follow their policy, that search will be illegal. Hopefully you now understand inventory searches a little bit more. I hope you click like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so next time I post, you'll be first to know. And if you'd like to purchase one of these t-shirts, go ahead and go on my website at lawstash.com/merch. Thanks for watching.